Okay. Here we go. There were worse things I could do than go with a boy or two. Even though the neighborhood thinks I'm trashy and no good, I suppose it could be true. But there were worse things I could do. I could flirt with other guys, smile at them and bat my eyes, press against them when we dance, make them think they stand a chance, then refuse to see it through. That's a thing I'd never do. I could stay home every night, wait around for Mr. Right, take cold showers every day, and throw my life away on a dream that won't come true. I could hurt someone like me out of spite or jealousy. I don't steal and I don't lie, but I can feel and I can cry. In fact, I'll bet you never knew, but to cry in front of you, that's the worst thing I could do. So that's that one, and okay, I'm not really memorized this yet, but I can try. It's a little difficult. Okay, I want to talk to you about life. It's just too difficult to be alive, isn't it? And try to function. There are all these people to deal with. I tried to buy a can of tuna fish in the supermarket, and there was this person standing right in front of where I wanted to reach out and get the tuna fish. And I waited a while to see if they'd move, and they didn't. They were looking at the tuna fish too, but they were taking a long time on it, and reading the ingredients on each can like they were a book. A pretty boring book if you ask me, but nobody has. So I waited a long while, and they didn't move, and I couldn't get to the tuna fish cans, and I thought about asking them to move, but then they seemed so stupid not to have sense that I needed to buy them, that I had this awful fear that it would do no good at all to ask them. They'd probably say something like, "We'll move when we're goddamn ready, you naggy wench." And then what would I do? I started to cry out of frustration quietly, so as not to disturb anyone. And still, even though I was softly sobbing, the stupid person didn't grasp that I needed to get by them. And so I reached over with my fist and I brought it down real hard on his head and screamed, "Would you kindly move?" And the person fell to the ground and looked totally startled, and some child nearby started to cry. And I was still crying, and I couldn't imagine making use of a tuna fish now anyway. So I shouted at the child and to stop crying. I mean, it was drawing too much attention to me. And I ran out of the supermarket, and I thought, I'll take a taxi to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I need to be surrounded by culture right now, not tuna fish.